I wanted to make a video to see whether or not it was worth purchasing a used portable CD player listed as non-working. This was manufactured in July 1995. Maybe it's been taken apart. That screw shouldn't be sticking out as much as that, should it? Okay, so we've got some batteries left in there. No idea if there's any charge on those. And in pretty reasonable condition. Hold looks to be off. So this had a inbuilt buffer, which meant that you could shake it for around 10 seconds before it started to skip. Now the CD laser seems to be in the far position, so I'd expect this to perhaps be over here if it was seeking. So maybe that is a sign that things aren't so good. Put a CD in first and see if it does anything with the batteries it's got. So we don't know if there's any power to these batteries. I suppose I should have a look. So I think CDs are making a mini comeback, maybe not as strong as vinyl, but people do still like listening to them. So yeah, we're reading not 1.5, but 134 and 134. Just try these two. These have got a bit more power in, I think. Yeah, so I might just try the two batteries I've got here. Doesn't seem to be any corrosion. And let's have a go at taking this apart and see if we can spot anything. Oh. That's interesting. VCD. Maybe it just means voltage CD, but the first thing I thought of was that MPEG compression format, VCD, and obviously you had Super VCD as well, didn't you? You actually had VCD players. There's a clip in place. I'll show you in a minute if I can get there. So, made by Sanyo. We've got quite a lot of old school capacitors in here. None of the modern ones in this particular one. What's interesting with this particular model is that when you have rechargeable batteries in place, you can charge them through the player, and that's as long as there's metal exposed on the side of the battery. So this is a charging point here, and obviously this is the other end up here. So yeah, this basically needs to touch a bare metal on the battery, like a rechargeable battery. So the one that was sold with this, it was a single kind of battery with two AAs inside, and it did have metal exposed on that side. So we've got to look at the power side. Everything looks clean and shiny in here. When the hold switch, so we may have a problem with the switch. It's got a manufacture date of the board here, 15th of the 5th, 95. There's nothing glaring visually that's kind of standing out. Let's just give that a good twiggle. I think what the reason is this battery's, although it's got charge in it, it's already going bad. You see that? So there is power. Okay, let's just check over here and here. So it's getting 3 volts. There's that switch. Hold, let's put it off. Let's put it on. Doesn't seem to be getting as far as the hold. Closer inspection of the board is necessary. Although this looks clean inside, there does seem to be a little bit of corrosion kind of around here. It might not be nothing at all, but it's got to be worth a stab in the dark, isn't it? Yeah, that was reading very high, and that's over by the power side, so maybe if that's too high, it fails to start. You may have stayed and watched one of my earlier videos about this cheap set of capacitors. This is the set that I'm going to use to supply the replacements, but I'm not going with the 10 volt 470s because they're the green ones and they seem to be reading quite a long way off. So instead I'm going to try to get these 16 volt ones, which are a little bit bigger, onto this board. These are the, what are they? Jacket? Yeah, Jakec branded ones. So still cheap, but hopefully they'll be fine. And I'm going to just try to pull these off the board. So I'm going to put some heat behind and then wiggle these out. And that's probably what I'll do on these. Seems to fit in there nicely, actually. Possibly. Looking for the switch for the door. I spent quite a bit of time kind of studying this and seeing if I could see if there was anything obvious I was kind of missing. And I started to look at the door catch mechanism. So I was thinking, okay, where is the little button or switch that's been triggered to tell the player that the door's closed? And there isn't one strictly that works like that. What there is, by my finger here, is a little light sensor. And I was able to trigger it by just bridging the contacts there. So the switch action does seem to be broken in there. Can you see in there? A bit of plastic that seemed to not belong anywhere. Now, it's a shame it wasn't just that problem. It is going into the position to start the initial reading, and it's dying. Yeah, hold switch does work. So never look directly into the lens. It's firing up the lens, isn't it? Hooray. Fixed, thankfully. I hope this might prove useful or not to you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll make more videos like this in the future. Bye for now.